Hot Info News. Information and news for the people. If you're silent, others will speak for you.
First and foremost, I'm Angela Evans, and I am the founder of Young Women with Purpose. Thank you all so much for coming out to be a part of our 8th-year anniversary. My purpose for having this event is actually to acknowledge some fellow entrepreneurs in our community because in Jersey City, as you know, we have a lot of crime and a lot of killings, literally a lot of killings, and that's all our children see. And because I don't want them to lose hope, and I want them to have confidence in Jersey City and in the people in Jersey City, I decided to acknowledge people who are positive, doing things in our community that will help give them inspiration, encourage them, and give them hope. Because here in Jersey City, we have some great things as well. So because I live here, I was born and raised here, I'm not proud to say what Jersey City has become, but it's not because of any one person. It's just circumstances that have just really, as you know, names and all the other stuff. So I want to focus on those things. I want to focus on positive things. I want to focus on giving the kids something that they can grow from, learn from, inspire them. Because as we as adults, we all had somebody in our life who has inspired us. We have somebody who has encouraged us along the way. And to see children walking around just so like down and depressed and just like going outside and playing around and there's really nothing to bring no ambition, it's really sad to my heart. So because everybody in here, children alike, has a purpose, I want them to tune into some of the things that's going to be said tonight, because perhaps one of you in here is going to be inspired to be the next great entrepreneur in Jersey City. Perhaps one of you is going to be a great lawyer, doctor. I don't know. Whatever your passion, whatever God puts in your heart, you need to build on that. Don't lose hope. Be encouraged in spite of everything that's going on in Jersey City, because you are going to help make the city great again. Because we live here and we want to make it a great city. We all can't run. We all can't go run to the suburbs. We all can't just run and abandon Jersey City. We have to actually try to make the best out of the city, make it as best and comfortable as we can. Do our part and everybody else. Let's be a role model, a leading example to inspire others to try to uplift the city as well. Again, tonight is about us celebrating one another, encouraging one another, inspiring one another, and building off of what we are doing now, and inspiring our youth. You guys are there is another Martin Luther King, not Martin Luther King, but perhaps something close to Martin Luther King in this room. Somebody's another Oprah Winfrey in this room. There are great people in this room, and it starts off with you. Somebody's going to plant a seed that you're going to grow, you're going to flourish, and you're going to be what God purposed you to be. So again, that's what we're all about. We want to purpose, we want to help inspire you and give you hope in the midst of all the craziness that's going on in your life.
Hot Info News.
Okay?
If everyone just bow their heads, I will say a quick moment of prayer. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for this gathering on tonight. God, we ask that you bless the food in which we're about to receive. Bless the hands that prepared it on tonight. God, we ask that you encourage the hearts that's here on tonight. And bless every speaker that's going to go forth. Lord, we thank you for the visionary of this organization. God, we ask that you continue to encourage her heart. Continue to give her the strength to keep going and keep being a mouthpiece for the people and the children of Jersey City. And we'll be ever so careful to give your name the praise. That be the glory and the honor. In your son Jesus' name. Amen.
Purpose. She started back in 2007. As you can see, she's grown. She has a child of her own, and she's one of our first, from our first group of Young Women with Purpose. Her name is Makeba, and she's going to introduce our MC for the night.
Pamela Roundtree is a certified personal trainer and nutritionist. She received her certification from Penn Foster in 2013 and has been working tirelessly to raise awareness about the importance of healthy living. Pamela's work in the field is extensive and began even before getting certified. She worked at a gym as a personal trainer for a year, offered body sculpting boot camp classes every weekend from spring to summer to people in her community. Pamela started a series called Power Hour where people can follow her workouts via webcam and created Half Hour of Power, which is a 30-minute workout business to offer their employees during breaks. Pamela's passion for healthy living began in 2011 when she took of her own health. She joined the gym, committed to a new way of living. After losing 75 pounds, she knew she had to help others with their own journeys. In 2012, Pamela's business, NewBody, NewMind, NewLiving, was born. Focusing on exercise and nutrition, also offering meditation and yoga instruction for those who might benefit from it. NewBody, NewMind, NewLiving prides itself on offering people guidance on achieving a holistic lifestyle change. In 2014, Pamela conducted her first health and fitness day in Lincoln Park in Jersey City, New Jersey, focusing on educating people about child and adult obesity, hypertension, and diabetes, all while working out and having fun. The second annual Health and Fitness Day will be November 7th at the Masonic Lodge located at 2 Oxford Avenue in Jersey City. Pamela's plan on furthering her education by obtaining a bachelor's degree in health and science. She also envisions opening up her own gym, one where people who are obese can work out in a comfortable and welcoming environment. Thank you.
Thank you, Angie, for Young Women with Purpose. This is something that I know that the community needs. Our generation is a generation that is being lost. You know, we have people to help us, and it's up to us now to help that generation. Maya Angelou said the reason why the youth is lost is because we're lost. So we have to make sure that we always keep the hands on our youth, because the pharmaceutical companies want them more than we want them. We have incarceration in the jailhouse that want our youth more than we want them. That's a problem when they want them more than we do. So we have to always make sure that we keep that protective hand over them and educate them to let them know you are somebody, you are smart, you are going to be a lawyer. If athletics is what you want to do, great. But let's go outside of athletics, become a lawyer, become a doctor, become a biology teacher, become a scientist. So it's really up to us to make sure that we keep the youth on our watch. So Angela, this is a nice, perfect platform for our youth. I am going to be introducing first Reggie Wilson. Reggie Wilson, aka Success, born and lived in Jersey City, 46 years, attended Assumption All Saints as a child, and graduated from St. Anthony's High School in 1986. Aspired by his parents, both were hardworking and that were motivated him. Father, husband, co-owner of Unique Success Styles and Unique Inspiration established in 2009, and now Unique Catering Establishment in 2015. Greatest achievement is watching his son grow up in Jersey City and learn right from wrong and graduating high school. Greatest lesson is to be yourself, dream big, and go for it. His turning point most recently was the passing of his mother that has really made him a humble person. Reason for starting his own business was President Obama's first speech when he was laid off at the time, and people said, he was laid off at the time, and Obama said, people who are laid off start your own business, and that's what he did. He's also Union Chief Metalworker for 16 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Reggie Wilson.
Hello, everybody. Like they said, we got a clothing store, Ocean Avenue, 407 Ocean Avenue, Unique Success Style. Started in 2009. Started on the corner of Armstrong and Ocean. 2009, we also started Unique Inspiration. It's a program we use for the youth. We have school programs and summer programs for them. Right now, we're working on with the city. Start a new program in January called Youth Field for kids from age 14 to 21, learning how to do construction and get jobs doing affordable housing. Hopefully that goes through. Right now we're still working with Soulful Sisters. We got a book drive going on, free book bags, school supplies, September 6th at the store, 407 Ocean Avenue. I just want to tell you kids, I know it ain't hard in these streets, but you can do it. All you gotta do is stay positive. Every wrong move, every wrong decision I made, I made it with somebody else. All the good decisions are made by myself. So you just gotta think about what you're doing before you make these decisions in life. I want to take schedule right now. I gotta get ready for the event tomorrow, but come out to Audubon Park tomorrow. We're doing 100 hot dogs, free hot dogs and hamburgers tomorrow at the park. Cultural festival going on. So come out there tomorrow. We'll be out there. We need tickets.
Everything he said was wonderful. But the one thing that you guys need to take from that is that the bad decisions he made for other people. Meaning he was pressured in some way, peer pressure. But his good decisions he made on his own. Once you get in tune with yourself and you know what you want to do, you can do anything. Your friends sometimes are your greatest downfall. We know how a plane, anybody ever been on a plane, an airplane, an air pilot came on the intercom and said, we're sorry, some people's baggage has to go on the next plane because there's too much baggage. That's exactly like it is in life. You're trying to go for it, you're trying to go to the next height, sometimes you got to cut people off because they cannot be on that plane with you. So please, if you did not understand or was attuned to anything else he said, please remember your best decisions are the ones that you make on your own. Thank you, Reggie, for your inspiration to the city. Clap it up one more time.
Hot Info News.
The next person I'm going to introduce is Makeba Green. Born on the 27th day of August in 1944, Makeba Green began taking pictures at the age of 5. As a child, Makeba was always told that she wouldn't make it in life and was discouraged by many people as she was growing up. Although Makeba was berated by negative people, she did not let that discourage her. Instead, those same people motivate her to be the young entrepreneur that she is today. With the support of family and friends, Makeba pursued her dream to open up her own photography business, along with her other dreams to become a lawyer. Her inspiration came not only from friends and family, but from childhood and adolescent years. These positive outlets show her that her dream of becoming a business owner at a young age wasn't as far-fetched as many believed it to be. Makeba also relied on the history of her people as signs of encouragement. Through reading and becoming familiar with her history, she realized that the trials and tribulations she faced were issues that she endured alone, but were issues that she shared collectively with her people. This inspired Makeba to never give up on her dreams. No matter how outlandish they may sound to some, she had the chance to show the world a little bit about how wonderful she is by being a guest on Channel 12, the Positive Controversy TV show, featured in several newspapers from Local Talk, Star Ledger, Block Carry On Time, Brick City Live, to name a few. Makeba has written 2 books. Clap it up for that. Makeba has written 2 books titled Successful Leaders and How to Sell Lemonade the Professional Way, along with having her own radio show called The Greatness in You. Upcoming TV show we're working on a tour to speak on young people all over the world. Makeba has hosted over 100 successful community events, ranging from conferences, galas, networking events, etc. She has received over 100 awards for her dedication and commitment to the community. She teaches entrepreneurship, photography, leadership, videography classes to students throughout the United States. She feels that her business is like a relationship. In order to make it work, you have to commit every day to your goal, so when the road gets tough, you can never give up on your business. Quitting is the easiest thing to do. But Makeba has proved she doesn't want the easy way out of life. She would rather have a challenge. Introducing Makeba Green.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Makeba, and as was mentioned, I'm currently, so right now, today, I'm currently 20 years old. My birthday's next week, and I turned 21, so I'm excited.
She's only 20 years old. There to Green.
I attend Mount Penn State University. I want to talk to you guys about purpose, because the name of this organization is Young Women with Purpose. And the important thing about life is that you can say that you want to be this, that you want to do this, but you always have to have purpose. You always have to have a reason as to why you want to achieve something. So for me, with my business, one of the reasons why I knew it was my purpose to become an entrepreneur is because recently, last semester, I actually wanted to drop out of college because I felt like I couldn't do it anymore. But again, with the support of my family and friends, I was able to continue with college and my education. And unfortunately, as young people, sometimes we need a lot of support and encouragement to help us go on. So in life, whatever you do, always have a purpose. Something else that encouraged me is when I was younger, I was told that I couldn't write. So that inspired me to become an author. And not only just, make 1 or 2 books, but to create a whole series. So right now I have 2 books out, but I'm also going to be publishing by the end of this year 10 books. Because that's something that I wanted to do for me. That was my purpose. And I don't want to talk you guys head off, but I want to leave you guys with one of my favorite quotes, which is, "Without struggle, there's no progress," by Frederick Douglass. And the reason why that quote, specifically, because at the age of 20 years old, although I'm only 20, I've encountered a lot. I've encountered people telling me that I couldn't do it, that I would be, by the age of 16, I was pregnant and drop out of school. I felt many times that I couldn't do it, but again, with the support of my family who's in the room, my mom and dad, that God blessed me with a mother and father for guidance and support, but God also blessed me with 2 sisters, and 2 sisters who always had my back and my mentors and encouraged me, set the ground rules of what I wanted to be like when I got older. So they're also in the room, so thank you guys. And again, if you have any questions, concerns, you can talk to me, follow me on Instagram. If you have Instagram, Makeba Green. Thank you guys so much.
The next entrepreneur I am going to have to introduce, because I know him a little more than Pam does, and I don't have my programs with me, guys, so I'm going to have to wing it based on what I remember you said, some of the things you said off the sheet. David Evans, he's born and raised in Jersey City, this I do know, and he is an entrepreneur. He's one of the entrepreneurs of the Juice Bar, Healthy Boys Juice Bar. Right? Yes. And before I mess up his intro anymore, I'm just going to ask him to come up and he can talk about himself. Go.
Like you said, my name is David Evans. Thank everybody for coming. I talk a little fast and a little kind of, you know what I mean?
We hear you. All right. Keep going, okay.
Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up in Jersey City, grew up rough. Always had a family growth. I believe in family, and my family believe in family. Family is a very strong structure. And And I believe a man that believes in his family is a good man.
That's right.
I grew up in Jersey City. I grew up rough. I made bad choices as a kid. I made very bad choices as a kid. And a lot had to do with the community. A lot had to do with like the community I grew with. The community within the community. See, it's the community within the community. The people that you hang with, in your community with inside a bigger community. Yeah. So what you do in the little community affects the inside of the community. Right. Y'all understand where I'm coming from?
Yes, that's right.
Now what I'm getting at is I brought a lot of negativity to my community and I didn't even know as a kid. I didn't even know it. But as I grew up and the more I've been with my family, the more I put myself around positive people, because even though you may feel you have the answers to everything, there's someone with the right answers to your question. You know where I'm coming from? So networking and talking to people and talking to other people is good. You take what you can from some and you leave the rest for other people to pick with. You did, you take what's good for you. Now, me and my brothers, Mr. Lopez, Shady, Gary, Evans, and also the community, built this store that we call the Get Healthy Juice Bar. And there we sell smoothies, everything natural. Smoothies, fruit juices, health juices, things for diabetes, cancer, headaches, hangovers, cleansers, all things of that nature that we want to bring into the community. And I figure we start in our community first, because that's where I feel I brought the most destruction to.
All right.
So I put it there first and give it to the people and give all the effort that God instilled in me and that my field instilled in me and give it back.
That's right.
Give it back to the people. All nonprofit agencies. We're working with all nonprofit agencies, all communities. So if you got something going with your organization, we'll put our little thing with yours and make a big thing where we'll give free smoothies or we'll work with the milkshakes or whatever the case. We'll cater to that and give it back to whatever you feel our community needs. We'll help out. That's what we're there for. Me and my brothers. You know what I mean? So we got things for, if you get an A in school, you graduate and you get an A. For every A you get in that semester, like you promote and you get an A. For that summer, you get all free milkshakes. That child get a free milkshake every week, right? Every week, once a day.
Yeah, once a day.
Once a day for like 90 days. You come in there and get a free milkshake or a smoothie. That you get promoted and you get A's.
That's right.
A's. Don't worry about your shit. Don't worry about that. We got you on that. Say that. We also got the senior citizen thing. Where in favor of my grandmother right there, where any senior citizen from any senior citizen building will come to the Healthy Juice Bar and get a discount, half price on anything they want at any time of the day. Come there, you good. Come there, you good, regardless. I believe this. I believe obstacles in the path of the weak are stepping stones in the path of the strong. We use obstacles as stepping stones to get to where we need to go. We don't sit back and we don't ponder on something that we can't conquer.
That's right.
We deal with our family, I guarantee you. Your friends and family will overcome just about anything. About anything. So, I appreciate y'all having us. I wish I could talk to y'all forever, because I feel good about my community. I feel good about giving out, especially when I'm sharing with people and I feel love. I just want to talk and share everything I could possibly get. So, I thank y'all for having us. And anytime y'all want a smoothie, milkshake, or anything, don't care about how much you got, come down there, talk to any one of us brothers, and you'll walk out with that.
November 7th is Saturday. Okay? What the Juice Bar is doing to the community is exactly what we need. They're using their experiences and their resources to come back and help the children as well as the senior citizens. So I think that what you guys are doing is very well needed in the community. And then for the fact that you guys are strong men, there's not a lot of strong men who are leaders in our community. They need to see that wrong influence. So continue to please do what you guys do. And any way I can help as well, I will definitely help the organization. We have next coming up the speaker of the evening is Winston C. Trumpet, and he was my instructor at the Community Business Academy. So you guys are really in for a well-deserved experience. As a professional business coach, I've had many opportunities to work with big name clients. When I was approached by Rising Tide Capital RTC for this position, I was ecstatic, said the Jersey City native. And had this opportunity to do what I love and give back to my community is a great reward. Today, at age 50, Trumpet is the founding CEO of Strategic Business Associates, LLC, a company that specializes in business coaching for leaders of nonprofits, small businesses, and religious organizations. His long list of former clients includes companies such as Circuit City, the YMCA, United Way, and Goodwill. Long before starting his own business, Trumpet has been counseling others as a nonprofit board member, YMCA project director, halfway out volunteer, pastor, and most frequently as a friend of a friend. People will find out about me through word of mouth and call me for all kinds of problems, from finding a job to overcoming an addiction. We call Trumpet. Then one day a friend approached me and said, since you love counseling others, why don't you go into coaching business? Until then, Trumpet had only associated coaching with sports, but he soon discovered that as a business coach, he could transform his passion to a full-time career. Trumpet made his transformation in 2008 when he purchased a franchise of Growth Coach and created his own NJ-based company, Strategic Business Associates, LLC. Despite a BSBA from San Francisco University and vast experience creating workshops and counseling others, he quickly realized that he needed a refresher course on the basis of running a business. That's when Trumpet turned to Rising Tide Capital. Trumpet enrolled in the 2009 fall CBA, and at the end of 11 weeks, was selected among his classmates to speak at the graduation. Since then, he has remained an active member of RTC, returning to speak at several events, including a workshop, which he directed at the 2010 Global Entrepreneurship Week. So when the teacher position opened up at CBA, it wasn't difficult for the RTC staff to choose a candidate. As Trumpet began teaching his first class, he would not only use the class curriculum, but also draw on his personal experience. His advice on inspiring entrepreneurs: count the cost. If you want to start your own business, you have to realize that it's going to cost you more than just money. You have to risk financial security, time, and possibly friendships. If you have done that and you're still willing to take that risk, go after it with all your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, Winston C. Trumpet.
That rear. Ain't that what my co-defendant? So do you understand what a co-defendant is? Hello, everybody. I came in, I gotta apologize for my bit of me. I'm a little later than I wanted to be, but I was next door and they told me that was the party I did. You know, and I'm over there like, okay, I see like 2-3 faces. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm supposed to be here. So I went and I started setting up my stuff and everything. I'm like, okay, this is way too much people for 30 pence. Because I'm going like 30 pence. And I was really troubled about what am I going to do with all these people here. We do it like that. And the thing is that I walked out of that room when somebody finally said to me, what are you getting ready to do? I was like, speak? She was like, where are you? I was like, okay. And she said, you're in the wrong place. Go next. So that was like kind of embarrassing since there were so many people. I got to walk away, got feeling much of that. But when I came into this room, there was something going on that I got to tell you is true. There's more love in here than there is back there. Oh. The people who are in this room are here because you care about somebody else in this room. Is that true? Is that 100% true? Right? And my white graduates, the ones in the red shirt, they represent the red. bread, and let's give them a hand. Out of all the stuff that she said, the thing I want you to remember the most is that the reason you see this dude standing before you today with my arms, my legs, my feet, my hands, my head, I gotta first give credit to who I call my God, who I serve through Jesus Christ. That's my preferences. That's personal relationship, not religion. Just want to let you know that I'm who I give all the credit to. And then second after that is that woman sitting over there, my wife. So I don't have a lot of time with you, but the information or what I came here on my heart that I really wanted to share with you is like, what can I share with people your age that will carry you into my age? And then the people in between my age and their age that'll carry them there. Then the people at my age that'll say, we don't need nothing else. We made as far as we need to go, right? No, we still got a long way to go. And so I sought through prayer and meditation for something that would possibly impact each and every life in the room. Now what I'm going to share with you tonight is a process. Somebody say process. Say it a little bit louder because I'm deaf in this here. Process. Okay, I'm going to share with you a process. And the process is attached to a principle. Say principle. Principle. Okay, young people, remember these two words. Process and principle. Alright? If you put a certain process in place, it won't work unless it lines up with the principle. So I don't care how much your process, if you think you can fly, is in place, it's going to go against the principle of gravity and it's not going to work. Unless you take the principle into consideration and then put the process in place. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, don't ask me to repeat it because I'm making this up as I go. All right. So here's the thing. How many of you have heard that being a success, starting your own business, I don't care what age you are in the room, and it's like something you're looking forward to, and you're looking forward to making it. How many want to make it and just want to get there? And believe that they can and that they will. Come on, yeah. I'm going to make it, right? Yes. How many of you believe you're going to make it and you're not going to have any troubles? Okay. They got medication for that. I'll see you guys after. But the truth of the matter is that one of the greatest things that we have to share is that whatever you decide that you want to do in your life, it's going to cost you something. It's going to cost you something. If you're going to start a business and you don't have no money, it's going to cost you a sweat. Even if you have money, it's going to cost you your hope, cost you your dreams, cost you your sanity, possibly, etc. Relationships and a lot of other things, okay? So I want to share with you this quick principle, all right? How many of you want to know how to guarantee or improve your chances of success for whatever you plan to do in your future? From this day forward. From this day back forward. Right? You know what? It doesn't happen by mistake. I need some help from some of the people that's just a little bit up in the ears with me. How many of you can say that life has one of two things in store for you? Either you're going to have regret, R-E-G-E-T, no, R-E-T. Somebody really thought I can't spell it. R-E-T, you're going to have regret, or you're going to have results. Think about that. You're either going to have results, or you're going to have regrets. The older people I talk to in my life, the more they tell me about the regrets they had because they didn't get the results they want, mostly because they didn't follow through with something that they started and they didn't finish. More than anything else on the planet, in my short little place in the world, more people have told me that they regret, more than anything else, that they started something and they look back over the years and say, if only I had finished it. How many of you young people got parents or people around to tell you, you better take advantage of that if I was your age and I knew it, and if I knew what you knew, and I know now, you know where I'd be, and how many of you be like, I don't want to hear that, right? But guess what? You're going to turn around like this, and you're going to be saying it to another room like this again, because it's a principle, it doesn't change. Okay? All right. Another thing I want to bring a point to is that the other reason why most people do not succeed at what they want to accomplish is not only because they give up, but because they did not create it as a goal. How many of you have goals? Anybody? You got goals? All right. How many of you can show them to me in writing? All right. See how the numbers went down? Right? Most people do not accomplish what they want in life because they neglect to transfer it from the invisible place. You can see my brain, but for most people you can, all right? They don't transfer it from this invisible place where it's a thought in your mind to a reality in this world. Look around you. Everything that you have that you can put your hands on that God didn't make came from a picture in somebody else's mind. Look around you. You can't name anything that's man-made, that was not made by God, that didn't come first from a picture in somebody's mind. From the button on my shirt to the tablecloth, everything was once a picture in somebody's mind, yes? In order for it to get here, what had to happen to that picture? How to get from that invisible place to here? They had to draw it. They had to take it and they had to make some picture of it here. Either with a pen, a piece of chalk, something. But it had to get here so it could be visualized. Yes? Yes? All right, so if you want to accomplish your goal, you can use that same principle. If you want to see it, then you got to show it.
Hot Info News.
I am going to tell you, you're probably going to want to talk to me much later than this to get the meat and potatoes of what I'm about to show you, all right? The first thing I want to show you is that in order for you, how many of you got two pieces of paper? Everybody got, especially the two pieces, okay? This is the front, and this is the back, all right? On the front, I want you to write a question on one of your cards. And I want that question to be, where do I want to be? Please don't answer the question, please just write it. Because this question is a whole lot. Oh man, I got to fast up and slow down. Okay, so this question is so deep because you see, where you want to be, the more significant and clear you make that picture, the better a chance you have of accomplishing it. If you just say, I want a chair, everybody in this room will draw a different chair, right? But if you describe the chair, the more details you give about that chair, the closer it is, people are going to be able to give you a picture of what you want. Does that make sense? So the principle of it is that you need to answer this question, where do you want to be, in many different areas of your life. Where do you want to be as a parent? Where do you want to be as a child? Where do you want to be as a son, as a daughter, as an aunt, as an uncle, as an employee, as a gangster, where do you want to be in each area of your life? Take the time to answer the question, because if you don't answer it for yourself, there's people out there waiting in the world to answer it for you, to tell you how you're supposed to be as a father, how you're supposed to be as a son. But you understand what I'm saying? Use the opportunity to utilize the one thing that God gave you or the Creator gave you that puts you ahead of every other creation on the planet. What you think you are, you are. Giraffes don't go to the moon. Eagles don't swim undersea. A man looks up at the eagle and says, I want to fly, and he flies. And he looks down at the depths of the ocean and says, I want to check that out. And even though he can't breathe underwater, here he goes. Because he thinks he can, he wants to, and he devises a way. That power is the power inside of each and every one of you, and nothing can take it away. No circumstance, no situation, no poverty, no environment, no mental difficulty. Nothing can take it away, because that's what makes you human. Somebody say, I'm human. Okay, not only are you human, you're the only human like you in history. There will never be another you ever again. So when you ask yourself where you want to be clear. Write that. I'm where I want to be, and be clear. Where am I? Okay. Stay with me for a few more minutes. Got 5 more minutes? Okay. Now, if you want to be somewhere, it more than likely means you're not there. Right? Correct. So if you want to go somewhere, the next piece of information you need to put into the GPS for your success is, where am I now? Those are 2 pieces of information you need to know. If you want $1,000 by next month, you need to go and check how much money you got now. That will tell you how much work you got to do within the next month, right? Now, the person that has $200 has a different job than the person with 5, yes? Even though they both have the same goal, they're starting from a different place. And so it's very important for you to ask where you are also, and ask your parents and ask the adults around you for help with answering these questions, and your best friends, okay? Put on your Facebook page, get on your Instagram with a question, hashtag it, everything. Get these questions answered, all right? The next question, and one of the most important, is what are the obstacles? Okay, what are the obstacles? What are obstacles? Can everybody tell me what are obstacles? Okay, hindrances, what else? Stumbling blocks, yeah, what else? What are obstacles? Walls. Detours, all right? Stuff. Anything that gets you off your path, things that get in the way, right? Here's the problem with most people's goals. Everybody's goals go like this. I'm going to grab the ball and I'm going to run. And they're going to try to tackle me and I'm going to lose. And then they're going to try to tackle me again, I'm going to jump over. And they're going to try to tackle me again, I'm going to move after it like that. Step in at your number, touchdown. That's like, you know, I'm sorry, maybe that's my, I'm still seeing stuff in my mind. I didn't take my medication. The thing about it is that the reality of it is that during that game, the only reason the teams come on court, on the field, is because they're aware they're not going to make it all the way down to the end. They more than likely are going to run into some obstacles. And the reason why they don't give up at the 20-yard, 40-yard, 50-yard, or 30-yard line is because they already made a plan about what to do when they run into the obstacle. Could you imagine what would have happened to us, other folks, if we had taken the time to look ahead and listen to some information we already had from people who came before us and said, well, they ran into this, mama ran into it, grandma ran into it, great-grandma ran it. If I do the same thing, possibility, I have high blood pressure. I have Where am I? What are my obstacles? Once you make a list of your obstacles, you have 2 more things to do. What are my obstacles? Whatever your obstacles are, take each one and ask yourself, overcome it. This is very important. I can't tell you, I can't tell you, I'm not going to put it in dollar signs, but I made thousands of dollars off of people coming to me, and because they hadn't answered that one question. This is what I might run into. People have lost their jobs, and they've come to me and said, I just lost my job. I'm 2 paychecks away from that homeless dude outside. Why? I didn't see it as an obstacle, and I didn't make a plan for what if it happened. And by the time most of us do it, young people, let me tell you, let me see the adults in you, it's too late. So I hope that this information is something that you can take now. 2 things that I want you to do. After you ask yourself, what are your obstacles? What are you going to do? And last, where am I going to put the last thing? I'm going to put this last thing here by itself. The last thing to ask yourself, once you got all that written down and all of that planned and it looks good, before you take it and throw it in the garbage or put it in a book and forget about it, you need to ask yourself, what are you going to do? And the thing is, what am I going to do today? What are you going to do today? Whatever goal that you want to accomplish, there's something you can do about it today. There's a YouTube video you can watch to learn more about it. There's a book you can read to get you more education about the situation. There's someone that you can talk to that has more information than you. You can pray about it. There is something you can do each day to get you closer to your dream. If you take a small axe and go to try to chop down a big, big tree, the one blow you take is going to seem like you ain't doing nothing. But if you keep on swinging the blade, sooner or later, the blade is going to win. Let your life be like that. Have your dreams and your own plans for what success means to you. And if you do that, and use these 4 sections there in your life starting now, you'll be able to help people a lot younger than you to accomplish a lot of things in their life before they get older like me. I thank you guys for your time.
news.
Hello there. In closing, everyone, I have to say thank you all so much for coming and being a part of this today. Again, this is our 8th-year anniversary, but again, I wanted to celebrate entrepreneurs doing positive things in our city because we do need to uplift Jersey City as a whole. Because you guys live here, and I know you guys, I hear the children talking about, oh, I want to get shot. Like, that's not something children should be fearful of walking down the streets in any environment. But because that is our reality, it is our duty to you guys to do what we can to make it a better place and a safer place for you. And we want to encourage you, inspire you, and help you realize there are good people here in Jersey City. So you know, like the entrepreneurs that you heard tonight, I hope that you were inspired in some little way to dream and have hope for even your city, your block, your street, your neighborhood, because we can, as a whole, do something to change this environment. Again, I thank all the speakers that came out tonight, the entrepreneurs, Winston, he is my mentor. He is one of my mentors. I went to Rising Tide Academy, and he was our instructor, and he was every Saturday motivating us, pushing us, giving us through the schools of work. It was just like an inspirational experience for me. And because he inspired me so much, I just told him, you're my mentor, and I adopted you as such, and he gladly applied, and he has been moving down in that way, and I appreciate him for that much. But because, like I said, whenever I was a child, there were teenagers that I looked up to. There were people who I said, oh, I want to be like her because she could sing, or because she looked good, or because she was pretty or popular. I did that as a child, but now you guys, you got to think of who do you really admire? Who do you look up to? Are we looking up to the right people? But because there's so much of the nonsense going on, you guys need to think out of the box. We all can't be stuck in the box. We have to have some great thinkers amongst us. Because we need to continue to rise as a people. And I'm not only talking about black people, I'm talking about as a people, period. God put us all here with a purpose, and we all need to figure out what that purpose is. So again, when you come into environments like this, and somebody is sharing and feeding to you, you need to figure out, wow, what is it that I'm supposed to do? What is it that God purposed me to be here for? And that man, young woman with purpose, I tell you, it was heaven sent. Because I was trying to think of a name for my organization, and my sister was like, Angie, you need to find a name for the group. I was like, what? How do you find a name? I said, sister and sister. They said that was taken. I was saying all types of names, trying to be deep with it, Black Power, Sisterhood. And I was like, no. We are women with purpose. We are young women with purpose. And I don't know where it came from. It was our name. But when God gave me that name, and it wasn't in the registry of any other nonprofit organization, I said, to God be the glory, that is my name. We are young women with purpose. So whenever I choose anybody to be a part of the group, it's because I want all of you know, you have a purpose. We all not meant to be Beyonce. Everybody can't shake like Beyonce. We are not meant to be Beyonce. We have to find our own individuality and figure out what God has for us. What am I meant to be? Who am I meant to be? Who am I meant to inspire? I may not be Oprah, but that doesn't mean I can't inspire somebody like Oprah does. We may not be big as Oprah and impact the world as Oprah, but we can impact this world in some way. So even if we take our own circle and we build up to that, I will never forget as a child, my brother told me, Angie, I remember you taught me how to spell my name. So I was like, wow, I felt big. I was 10 years old, appreciating my little brother for telling me that I helped him spell his name. And to this day, it means a lot to me. And my other younger brother, he said to me, Angie, you know you were the one who taught me how to make pancakes? Oprah teach my brother how to make pancakes in my life. I know that my brother appreciated me for teaching him how to make pancakes. So again, there is something that you can do even in your little childhood, that you can inspire someone coming up. When you see your little brother doing something, putting something in the plug, you stop him because you know it's wrong. Our duty to you is to stop you. Don't reject knowledge. Don't rebel against somebody trying to school you. We're only here to help don't obey or respect adults.
Correct.
There's absolutely no reason for you to think anybody here is to harm you. So again, people here will pour into you. You have people here who are positive. Who cares about you? So do not take that for granted. Because again, somebody's going to give you a food for thought that's going to help you. It's just a seed we're planting. And you're going to build on that seed. What am I purpose for? What do I want to be? Makeba, who was up here, is 20 years old. She's done more than I've done in my adulthood. I mean, she's 20 years old and has done so much. We're not too young. I looked online, and it was an entrepreneur who was like 16 years old. That means somebody in this room has a great mind to invent something on this earth. You're never too young to think outside of the box. When you see all your family and friends suffering, there is something that I want to be a difference in my family. I don't want to just be a name. I don't want to just be another one of them. I want to be somebody who could inspire someone else. That's what we all are here for. Again, you're not here just for yourself, but to make money and be rich and be happy. You're here to help uplift another person. So let us think of that and figure out, what am I going to do? Even if you just say, you know what, cousin such and such, you're a nice looking guy, and I believe in you. You let me know I'm looking up to you. I hold you responsible for being a responsible person. Let them hear that. Because we all can't just fail. No, we can't fail. Because we're failing the generation. God requires more of us. We need to understand that. Before I start going on, again, I wanted to appreciate all of my entrepreneurs, and y'all didn't even know. I got some certificates. Now, this is not the BET Awards, but this is the Young Women with Purpose Awards. Because we appreciate every last one of you. We see that you have a dream to be bigger than the average here. We want to look up, we want to support and encourage and be inspired by you, and then yet you be inspired by us. We are looking up to you. We hold you responsible. We think that you will know. We're watching you guys, and we want you to succeed. For that reason, I have certificates for every entrepreneur that came, and the certificate simply says, Certificate of Appreciation. Awarded to your name, David Das, Lamont, Pamela, and Winston. Young Women with Purpose recognizes and appreciates you for being a positive role model in our community. Thank you for your service. Awarded to you on this day and signed by the very own President of Young Women with Purpose. And this is so, I got one thing. Darian, let me just talk to you. Thank you so much.
information and news for the people. If you're silent, others will speak for you.